In a village, a farmer lived with his wife and children. Both husband and wife were very simple and gentle, good-hearted. Both husband and wife used to welcome guests who came home very much, but they do not like such guests who do not take the name of leaving after coming and staying comfortably at home as guests. They wanted guests to come to their house, but for a couple of hours or a day and go back. If a guest stays longer, their expenses and troubles increase. Once upon a time, when the children were on school holiday, the brother of the farmer's wife came to their house with his wife and children. The farmer's wife was very happy that her brother, sister-in-law, and nephew had come to visit their house. The farmer was also happy, and they welcomed the relatives very much. Seeing such a good reception and hospitality, they decided to stay for a few more days, but they had to return only 2 days later. After the passage of 5 days, the farmer and his wife were worried because their stay caused the farmer to suffer, and the expenses also increased. There was chaos in the house due to the mischief of the children. Now the farmer and his wife thought, "We do not know when these people will leave so that we can live in peace." When 8 days had passed, there were no thought of leaving. The farmer had thought of a solution. The next day, when farmer was going to work in his field, he handed over a spade and basket to his brother-in-law and said,
"Listen, bro, today our labor has not come. There is a pit near my field that has to be filled with soil. Just go to the field with me. I will dig the soil and you put it in the basket and fill it in the pit. I will get some help."
Hearing this, the farmer's brother-in-law was shocked, but he could not refuse and had to go with the farmer. There was a pit near the farmer's field, and although the farmer had nothing to do with that pit, to teach the brother-in-law a lesson, he started digging the soil and filling it in the basket. After filling the soil in the basket and putting it in the pit, the brother-in-law's stems began to hurt, and the rat started jumping into the stomach of the dead hungry. He had to throw the soil into the pit by evening. As soon as he returned home in the evening, seeing his worst condition, his wife asked him softly,
"What happened? Did you have to work very hard?"
He said,
"Yes, we don't stay here now anymore. Prepare to go back. Tomorrow morning we will get out of here."
Brother-in-law's wife said,
"What is this hurry? Wait for 5 more days. Don't you see how much empathy is happening here?"
He squeezed his mouth and said,
It's a matter of care. I don't want to stay here. If you want to stay here, stay for a month. I will leave early tomorrow morning."
The next morning, the brother-in-law left the house without eating or drinking anything, while the brother-in-law's wife still stayed there with the children. In the afternoon, the farmer's wife groaned and said to sister-in-law,
"I have a fever today. I won't be able to do any work today. I won't even be able to cook."
Brother-in-law's wife said,
"No worries, you relax. I will prepare the food."
After saying this, she got up and started going to the kitchen. "Wait, sister-in-law," the farmer's wife interrupted her and said,
"Prepare food later. First, clean the house with a broom, then wash some dirty clothes too. And yes, there are 30-40 kilograms of wheat lying in the house from the field. They also have to be ground, only then bread can be made."
Brother-in-law's wife was nervous at first after hearing about so much work, but then somehow got involved in the work. It was evening while completing the work, and in the meantime, she was in a bad state of hunger. Somehow, she completed all the work with regret. She was very upset about that day's behavior, but she understood that it was better to leave now. The next day, she was ready to leave with the kids, so the farmer's wife said, "Wait, sister-in-law, leave after 2 to 4 days.
No, it is very important for me to go home."
She said. Then the farmer and his wife breathed a sigh of relief and said,
Okay, you can leave.